Come on, guys. Hey, Jay. Well, good morning, guys. OXY is in my watch list. One of the main ones. Going down towards 1151. Slowly moving. As you notice here, we had a trend line for that daily level at 1243 and 1280. And so slowly coming down from here. Bear flag pattern. Test of the 1243 came down, had a retest twice, and now it's following through down there. We have a long wick right here, right? But still moving down towards the 11 mark. It has a short sale restriction, so you have to put your orders through on an uptick. You cannot hit the bid for a short, so be mindful of that. Good morning. I'm still having coffee. Espresso. BRY for those of you keeping track. mRNA got awarded 400 and somewhat millions of dollars, 483 millions. I posted that thing on the Discord. We have about less than a minute to start. APA, most definitely no shares to short. OXY, you had a short sale restriction. Short sale restriction on the OXY. APA, no shares to short. Yeah. Funny thing, none of the bots was working. Now today, both of the bots wanna text at the same time when I put a command. Alright, so OXY towards 12, first flush. I think then afterwards we can test that 11 and change. Gotta be mindful of the 1243. It could be possible that we could pop all the way over there. So on the 15 minutes we have at least 3 to 4 candles already printing down. So watch this level 2 here. Not really a lot of support. 25 order, 25,000 order, a couple of 25, 22,000, so 1230, 1233. A little bit of indecision here. I'm gonna put this one on the side for a second. Also watching key, HTC, Inovio, and Moderna is pulling back now. Moderna is pulling back. Prior resistance 1243, OXY. Inovio, Macy's. Macy's is one that I haven't watched though. HTC coming here. I really like this one for 490 test. HTC. I got a couple of, okay, so we got a short seller restriction on HTC today. Yesterday we didn't have one. It was imposed after the first 5 minutes of the market open. 1243 prior resistance on OXY. Possible test of the $11.51. 1151 right here. Daily level, first flush towards the 12. Probably a little bit of support around $12, whole dollar area of support and resistance, followed through towards 1150. We got 1151 mark. 1151 mark. Getting a little bit of support, a 15 simple moving average on the 15 minutes on HTC. Low 520. 520 towards 490. Check out how the market is doing today. Hold up, I want to see the overall market. Seems like we up $184. Futures market was doing actually pretty decent last night. PE. Gotta watch that one. We have it 593, a little bit close really there. 623, 618. Not a lot of volume right now. I gotta keep moving. We added PE on the swing trade the other day. XY came right back up to the prior resistance. Key rolling up. HTC. Let me take a look at Uber here. Uber ramped up yesterday. Today I think we're gonna roll right back down. CCL, a bunch of consolidation in CCL. Started to move up this way today, this morning. CCL, because they thinking that they're gonna reopen, and the first market that they're gonna hit is China. CCL, the cruise line. You can see a breakout right here on OXY. On top of that prior resistance. That's not great, because if you were short to 11 and change, and that's what actually I really thought it was going to hold, 1243 all the way down. It held pretty well right here. Now it came right back up. We have a 3-minute surge here. There is a possibility that it can roll over. Now I haven't read any type of news here on OXY today, but it actually surged up a lot in the last 3 minutes. But it could be people from here, from the 1280 down to the $12 area, 12 and change, 1225, taking profit. So I keep an eye on it anyway. Don't let it run forever if you're holding any type of if you're holding any positions in here though. Tapping candle on the 1. Yeah, I gotta watch for that rollover on OXY really. I wasn't expecting this ramp up here right out of the gates. CUTR and watch. CUTR. Let me see something here. I want to check CCL. See if we can have any shares to short here. No. So let's just see UTR. Okay, so I got no shares on CUTR. I have for those of you that might have shares available on CUTR, keep an eye on it. It has a couple of good levels from 1107 to 907, so it looks good. But I have no shares to short, so I can't short that one. XY rolling over, short set restriction. You gotta short this one in an uptick. I'm not, as of right now. I would have put the order closer to 1280, but this thing has moved somewhat strong right here out of the gate, so I'm really not trying to anticipate or play with this range that he has, not to be on the opposite side of this thing. So I'm gonna let it run. I really do like CUTR. For those of you that have shares available, I will tell you to keep an eye on this thing under 1107 and 907. I have no shares on CUTR. Wanted to share that with the group there. CUTR 1107 to 907 on the daily. I have no shares available to short this one. That's very unfortunate. Rolling over Moderna, Fang, Uber, CCL, no shares to short there either. With Navio, pretty sure that I don't have any shares on INO. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Okay, let me go back to HTC. Okay, HTC moving. In Navio. HTC still coming down. 513 short sale restriction. A lot right here. Tight spread. 1 cent spread, which is pretty decent. That's how we like it. HTC key moving higher, CCL moving higher, INO moving higher. Moderna, XY, hanging man on the 5 minutes. HTC coming down. HTC towards 490 daily level. HTC towards 490 daily level. OXY staying strong. FANG staying strong over. Key rolling over really. Keep an eye on key. Take a look at here real quick. My friend the key. HTC. $490, $446. Key trading on a range 1040, 1031. It's too cluttered for me. Although it's one thing that I need to take a look at here. $23. $959. Alright, so we had a range here in key under the view app, looking interesting. Okay, so watching key. Watching key, possible reversal on key. This guy is not. FANG running higher, OXY running higher. Couple of movers here today. CUTR, bunch of craziness around here. It's not really something that we can work it. We can work with. What's that 1102 here for? Gotta take it out. Rather bring it high to 1114, the pre-market hours. Another tricky morning. Bunch of consolidation on key under the view app. We have all the trend lines right here. If we can get here, could come right back down. Let's see what's gonna do between this 1071 towards the pre-market highs 1114. How are the buyers and sellers? How are they going to react around here? HTC going down. Good, buddy. Good, buddy. HTC going down. Again, short sale restriction HTC. We have a couple of different levels to watch on HTC. I'm going to be sharing a picture with you guys on Discord right now, so you guys can see what I'm looking at on HTC. Remember this one. Traded this one yesterday right out of the gates. Today, not so clean. Not so clean today. I'm gonna be sharing the picture here right now with you. Key, watch that level there. Hammer, HTC, hammer on the 5. Hammer on the 5, HTC, hammer on the 5. Macy's, I was looking at Macy's. The news on Macy's, the analysts are saying that with everybody staying home, stores are gonna have like a pretty hard time with the earnings of this quarter, right? So they were saying, like, you guys have seen what's going on with JC Penney on all those stores, right? And on top of all of that, there was a news report that came out yesterday saying that it seems like this coronavirus thing helped a lot of people see that Amazon was one of the best things that ever happened to the US, according to the news. And believe it or not, you might agree, you might not agree, but Amazon is eating everybody's candies right now. mRNA coming down. INO, I got no shares in INO anyway. So Macy's, JCPenney, all of those retail stores, they're having a lot of issues, and they're gonna have issues with their earnings. So I have Macy's on watch because I really thought the Macy's was gonna be a downtrend type of simple mover this morning, but as of right now, it's just trading on the range right out of the gates, not giving anything, not doing much. Moderna was awarded $483 million to deal with some CV things. I can't remember exactly what it was. And sympathy play out of that is INO. INO is rolling down too, but I got no shares to short that one there. Uber, I really thought that it was going to keep on going down. I got to keep an eye on it because it's trading on a somewhat range. It went up on the 5 minutes, tapped the 50 and the 100, rejected right back down, and now it's coming up towards the VWAP. I'm looking at it right now with, the second green candle on the 5. It can roll over from there, come right back down. I like Uber for a possible short. I'm watching Key. Banks are not having a great time right now, especially they don't have no more money from the government. Like the news reports are out that they have no more money. They're not enrolling no more financial institutions to help customers, provide them with the loans that the government will be issuing, meaning that the banks are not receiving any more money or will not be receiving any more money from the government to provide value or help to the clients that they have. So right now there's a fight in government with the $250 billion that they want extra from the PPP, this coronavirus stimulus plan. They want another $250 billion for the small business so they can help out more businesses. Now, the banks have no more money. And I think that banks are not going to have a great time right now. On top of all of that, being that all of these banks have no money, and there's a lot of people out of work. Like I think it's like 20 million people. People are not gonna have a bunch of money to pay the banks on time, so that might even hurt the banks as well, right? Because of the loans that they already had open, mortgages and all that kind of stuff. Although you might have a little bit of a grace period from your banking institution to pay your mortgage, but still you gotta, there's a lot of things that come into play with this thing. Key rolling higher. Now we're on top of on key here, second retest of the high after the market open. We have a pre-market high here of 1114. Oftentimes the second retest of the high is a good idea for a short, being that we have a higher high here. It might come up here before it rolls over right back down. I thought we were gonna have a range here, 50-cent range, to be honest, to the downside again when he tested the prior high at 1071. Moderna coming down. Fan, Key, Uber coming right back to the 50. HTC on watch. Possible bear flag formation on the 5 minutes. Being too slow. Let me take a look at the airlines here. Airlines, AAL. Nope. JetBlue, one of my favorites. Not quite. Of course not. JetBlue's not one of my favorites. Nope, not doing much. Let me just run the scanners anyway here. Just American Airlines rolling higher. JetBlue is rolling higher too. REIT. ABCB. Banks. I see a couple of banks, financial institutions rolling higher today, this morning. You gotta be careful with key though. Or decent range there. I'm gonna be waiting for a possible topping candle on the 5 minutes. See if we're gonna roll over right back down. Get a little bit of range. At least FANG is moving higher. FANG. JetBlue coming up. JetBlue. FANG doing pretty decent. Oil and gas. Wait a second. No. Bunch indecision. I was looking at Nugget, but Nugget is not looking good for anything right now. Nugget is not looking good for anything right now. HTC, tapping HTC, tapping the 50, 100 in the view app. 1 minute, tapping that view on the 5, printing a doji on the 5, possible reversal right back down. 523 and a low of that 5 minute 502. We can have a little bit of a range down here. 502 HTC. I'm gonna keep it on watch though. I'm not gonna try to anticipate the move yet. FANG, OXY, APA, Moderna, bouncing, Uber coming down, CCL rolling over, INO bouncing, Key, Macy's, big range. I'm waiting for a better formation. HTC, interesting hanging man here in the 1 minute on FANG, right here as well on the 5. We have the same thing on HTC, rolling right back down, tapping candle under the view app on the 5 minutes. HTC. What is that? Okay, so okay, key hammer on the 5. Pardon me, not a hammer, it's a hanging man. Still holding. Macy's holding. A little bit of a choppiness this morning. Kind of FANG moved decent. OXY as well. RPA, I wasn't expecting those moves, to be honest, on those. Key. Consolidation On top of 1071 on key, Fang. Rolling right back down. Is there any shares on Fang? Yes. Watching key. Watching key. Key. Fang. Right here, tapping the 29.93. $10.71 holding on key. $29.93 holding. Still on Fang. Reversal candle on 5-minute time frame on key. Coming down. See if we're gonna have a retouch right here off that 1071. Coming down. Fang rolling. Nice, it's coming down to $6 mark. Key coming down a little slow, but coming down. Prior low 1066. No range on the spider today. Key coming down. APA rolling over. Topping count on the 5. Coming down. Key still coming down. 100 simple moving average. 50. I apologize. 50 simple moving average coming up. Tapping that view up. View app right here, tapping that 50, expecting to find a little bit of support around this area, a little bit for a second at least, tapping over, going right back down till 23. Possible retest of that range right down there. Might take it a little slow. Again, here's a bounce. Let me take a picture and short share with you guys on the Discord. Hitting that little bit of support around the 50, topping count on the 1, Gravestone Doji. The view app holding tight right there. Next stop could be the 100 and the 1. If we get onto the view app, onto the view app. $10.23 right here low. This is a level that we gotta watch, but be mindful that the 50s have range there, halfway there. Uber coming down. Uber coming down. So I mentioned earlier, I really thought that Uber was gonna be a good short. Macy's under the $6. JetBlue towards the 9. Everything rolling over right now. Key coming down. Very nice reversal. Key, very nice reversal. Tap in that 100, close to the 100 on the 1, close to the 100 on the 1. $10.50, half dollar, half dollar. Half dollar, 10.46, 10.23, 50 simple moving average right here, 50 simple moving average on the 5, tapping here, watching level 2, still not much support at 10.12, 47, 10.46 right now, still coming down, pretty decent reversal on Key. Macy's, pretty nice downtrend. Okay, coming down to 50, 50, 10.45. Possible bear flag formation some point around here in the 1 minute. Not much support though. Not much support. Right here that's coming in. Again, 50 simple moving average. This is a nice 30-cent range already anyway from this top and this reversal. So I'm expecting to find a little bit of support around this area. Follow through some, prior to some follow through to the downside. Look at it right here in the 15, nice range coming right back up. We got a candle right here, trend line that has 11.14 pre-market highs. It broke the 10.71 and then started to roll over right back to the range. You can see the tapping candle right here on the daily. Key. Support is on trend line at 1023. Prior 5-minute low right here around the open. Then we have a range at 959 on the daily. Those are the levels that I'm watching on key. 1023. If it goes under that, we have the holdout area at 10, and then we have $9.59 on the daily support. Holding around the 50 doji candle. 1 minute and a half to go. 1 minute and a half to go on that 5-minute candle. Expecting another stop at 1034. We have the 100 simple moving average sitting there on the 15 minutes. If you guys like the information on the stream, I appreciate if you want to give it a like, and I thank you in advance for doing so. For those of you that are willing to do that, just a sign of appreciation, so that the YouTube algorithm picks up that people like what I'm doing, so they somewhat promote or suggest the channel to other people. Hovering around 1050, getting a little bit of support. View app sitting at 1053. 1053 view app. Coming down. $10.50 coming through again. $10.50 will come through again. Watching that level 2. Still a little bit of support at 10.51. Holding it here. 10.53 view app. INO is slowing down the uptrend. Smaller candles, topping candle on the 5. My rollover for those of you that have shares to short available. TRNX, somebody saying TRNX on the Discord. Ah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's another penny stock. 38 cents. Yeah. Um, Let me just write it here. TRNX is nothing for me. TRNX is not something I am interested in. Yeah. So somebody posted that on Discord. I mentioned it without even pulling up the shot. So for those of you, I apologize. I didn't even look at that thing. I should have looked at TRNX before saying anything. Again, I'm not trying to promote any move here or nothing like that. But TRNX is something that I'm not interested in. And I'm not trying to say nothing wrong here. It's just a little bit too cheap. Those stocks tend to be way too much manipulated. And I try to stay away from those that could end up hurting my account with that sort of risk that it involves. It's a little bit too cheap. Again, it gets manipulated a lot, and I try to stay away from high and heavy risk that stocks like this one might end up bringing over to my account. I don't try to do the math trying to make a 20-cent move on a million shares holding. That doesn't, that's something that I don't, that when it started back in 2012, I probably would have done it. Now I wouldn't, that's not something that I'm willing to do now. Key rolling over. Doji on the 5. Doji on the 5. Coming down to the 100. Coming down towards the 100. Okay, so now we are in between the VWAP and the 50 here. Be mindful of this area here. We need to get under the low here on the 5, 1049. And under that 50. So be mindful of this area here, because it might hold support, get on top of the VWAP, and come right back up to the $10.71. We need to get under this thing here. Okay. A little bit of consolidation still in the 1. 1050 prints on level 2. Reading the tape. I'm not surprised about that. Trader 96 on Discord. I'm really not surprised. Let me just say that to you. Not surprised. Coming down. Coming down. Key. Coming down. 1045, 1044 prints coming down. Not much support still. So if you 1039 on level 2 coming down. Cupping handle on the 1. Somewhat a cupping handle here. The cup, oop, small handle, oop, neckline here, and 1041. You got to put a trend line here. 1041. Is there anything else at 1041 around here? Be mindful of that. 1040. So here's the thing. Ooh, reading charts are a good thing. 1041, 1040. Got a 1040 right here. 1041 neckline here for the cupping handle. Cup, ooh, handle, ooh. So coming the second time. Cupping handle here on the 1 minute. Let me take a screenshot here on my. It's inverted. Apologize. Inverted cupping handle. Reading charts is fun. Inverted cupping handle on key. Be mindful of the area. 1041 there. Key. I gotta post this on Discord. You guys gotta pay attention to this. Okay, be mindful of that. One minute time frame, inverted cupping handle. Inverted cupping handle here. Watch the 1040. That's the cup, boom. There's the handle here, inverted cupping handle though. Keep an eye on it. 1 minute time frame. Neckline right here. Reading charts is a good thing. Being able to see it from afar is actually better than reading the chart. Let me just post it right here anyway. So you guys are interacting very well with the bot on the Discord group. So you guys are interacting very well with the bot on the Discord group. Neckline right there, inverted cupping handle on the 1 minute time frame on key. Macy's trading very slow. Very slow, Macy's. Come on. Okay. No. Okay. Key, as we talked about a couple of minutes ago, when he found a little bit of this support right here, it did reject it again. It's made the handle. Coming up, we got the VWAP. See how it interacts with the 50 on the 1. But be mindful of the area that we were talking about. It might get that support on top of the VWAP and come right back up to the 1071. Getting inverted cupping handle on the 1 minute time frame. Neckline 1041. It came pretty close, 1043, so 2 cents away. 2 cents away from that neckline right here on that inverted cup and handle on the 1 minute time frame. Be mindful of this area. Now watching how it interacts with the 50 simple moving average on the 1 minute time frame. I have a rejector in here. Reading the tape. Reading that tape. A little bit of support, still 1057. not much. Coming through. Wall sellers at 1059. Might come down here. Yep. A little bit of consolidation on the 15 on top of the 1041. 1041. You gotta look at it from the earlier time. We got a 1040 right here. I think it's 1040, 1042. Yeah, 1040 right here. We got a 1041 right here. So it was probably a low right here, testing these areas again. 1, 2, coming really close to 1043 and inverting right there, right back up. Inverted cupping handle on that one on the 1 minute time frame, and you can see it having that little bit of support right here again on the 15 minutes. Thank you for the guys on Discord. Guys have been interacting very well with the bot. I see that. Again, the Discord group is open if you guys want to share with us. Might be a fit for you. We share a lot of ideas. There's 100 people in there sharing ideas, and with 100 people, it's like 200 eyes looking at different things. So there's a couple of people trading options and other things in there, and we keep the conversation rolling all day long. So if you guys want to give it a shot, it might be a fit for you. If it's not a fit, well, you can just leave the server afterwards if you decide that you don't like it. But we're open to share ideas with you guys if anybody wants to come through. There's 100 people there already, couple of bots giving ideas of the news and short interest, float, the earnings, a couple of different things. So it might be a couple of good things that you can find there to use as for your personal gain on your trading. Okay, 1058, 1059, watching how it interacts with this 100 with the 50 here. Now we gotta watch here a couple of low. 1056, here's what I can see here. Tap that 1056 couple of times. That 1056 couple of times. We got a 1060. This flag here, very interesting flag. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. 1060, 1057, interacting with the 50 simple moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Seems like it wants to reverse though. You can see the stochastics real printing a oversold area. I mean overbought area. Might break under the 1056 now. Come down on the VWAP, under the VWAP, retest at 1041. The neckline right here for that rollover is at 1071. You can see that consolidation right here on this 1 minute time frame, and this hammer hanging man, I apologize, on the 5 minute time frame, coming right back down, breaking under 1071. It's an area that we saw this thing tap right here, 1071 and 1071 right here. So interacted right there with its price, came right back down, rolled down to 1041, which is where they had a prior support right here, 1040, 1041 here. So it had a retest of that low here, and that's how it's interacting with the price right now. And the 50 simple moving average on the 1 minute. Let's see what it does right here now, holding tight around this area. Macy's keeps coming down. Work. Somebody talking about work. Let's look at work on. Somebody talking about work. Yeah, coming down. Slack. Coming down. Still watching Macy's though. Macy's has Macy's. Still watching it. Still watching Macy's. Very good areas on the daily that we can work with, but $0.50 though. 550 is an area that I have to keep an eye on. Right there, only there. We got a 512 and 440. Pretty decent areas down there. Macy's coming down now. Coming down, Macy's. Macy's has it has a couple of bear flag patterns on the 5-minute time frame. That looks very interesting. I didn't take those entries though on Macy's. I have to be clear about that. I was watching Macy's since the pre-market hours, but I didn't look at those entries on those bear flag patterns on the 5. Yeah, let me type it right here. Two bear flag patterns printed on the 5. Thank you for your subscription, Kevin. See, the bot is thanking you for me, and I thank you as well. Stochastics are a good indicator, Ling, because it shows you the momentum, where the momentum is heading. I use it as a somewhat of a guide, not that I rely on it 100%, but I use it somewhat as a guide. Okay, so the flag here, the way that it's interacting is that it rejected that this price here. So as of right now, it seems like it wants still come up to 1071. This flag here had a breakdown. It would probably took a couple of people in as a short at the breakdown. 1056 went down to 1052. Got a couple of people in at a 1051. 100 simple moving average here. See if we're gonna retest at 1071. For those of you that are holding, be mindful. We spoke about this thing holding on top of the VWAP, trying to have a retest of the 1071 after he held at 1041 prior low on the 1, and come into this cup and inverted cup and handle formation on the 1-minute time frame as well. So be mindful of that. Macy's, I missed that entry. Both of the entries on the 5 printed very well and very nice bear flag patterns on the 5 minutes, and 1, 2, 3, the 3 candles, and then printed the pattern on the 5. So the first 25 minutes of trading, that could have been a pretty decent entry. There's no short sale restrictions on Macy's, nothing, and I was watching this thing. Then he printed the second pattern around the $6 mark, and now it's a 20-cent move somewhat. Again, 20-cent move is not as wow of a move, but still it's a decent move that depending on the size that you're holding, it's actually a pretty decent thing. For example, if depending on the job, this is what I do though, just to think of, if I was doing something else, what would I have to do? How many hours do I have to put in? Buddy, you do know that we have this type of conversations. The other day, like a week or 2 weeks ago, it's a matter of perspective. You know, you have to come in here for the freedom and being able to do what you, not traveling so much right now because not now, but we're gonna get back to normal. But if you had a regular job and you had a $200 day job, how many hours do you have to go to work for? Like 20 cents right here on Macy's. Hold up, let me show you Macy's, show you what I'm talking about. We have the first bear flag pattern right here, second bear flag pattern right here. Okay, so again, if this first one, when we rejected the view app from the high here, let's say you take the low of that candle, 615, we 581, we're talking about 35-cent move. Okay, now let's say that you get the other entry, you missed this one, and you get under this thing and it moved another 20 cents. If you have 100,000 shares, let's just say, it's not something so big because it's just a $5,000 position on Macy's. It's not really a lot, but you're making $200 on that position. It, if you're holding on a 5-minute time frame, still shows a little bit of a decent downtrend here. Very nice opportunity. Looking at the daily here, you can see that we can tap the 550, 512, 440. These are the areas that I'm looking at. So if you take even 20 cents there, but you have to go to McDonald's or Wendy's to whatever, $200 day on a job, might take you a lot of hours though. But you're talking about, what's the low of this candle here? Let's just pretend this is 590 something to now. Let's just say, let's do the math until the low of this candle here, taking 20 cents. This is, we just looking at the time frame here. Time 25 minutes to make $200 versus $200 on an 8-hour shift plus 30-minute to an hour commute to the job, then another hour 35-minute commute back home. You're talking about 9 to 10 hours a day to make $200. Let's just say, I don't know. So again, it's a matter of perspective. I'm not saying that 20 cents is such a great thing. I'm just saying, if you compare the 20 cents to $100 on a $1,000 position on a $5 stock, it's really not a lot of money. The time frame for you to make the money, that's what really counts for me. It's a freedom. That's what I look at. And so I think that that's what we have to think of. Sometimes we come to the market thinking of, we're gonna make $1 million right away in the next week because we saw somebody posting an ad on Twitter with, or Instagram, not Twitter, but Instagram, with a couple of chicks with in bikinis on a boat, and you think, oh, I want to do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying it depends on what you're looking for. And it's a matter of perspective. If you gotta go to work, if you had, I'm just saying on a hypothetical here, if you had a job and you have to go for 9 hours out of your house to make $200, maybe $250 a day, and but you can do that in 30 minutes or an hour from your house, I think it will be a little bit more convenient to take the 30 minutes to make that money instead of going out for 9 hours a day, spending money on food and all of that kind of stuff, and then commuting and you know. Printing another 5 minute time frame pattern. Looking at hold up, where's we're rejecting the 1071 on key, coming right back down towards the VWAP again. Be mindful of that. Work printed a 5 minute bear flag pattern. Work coming down 2734. I know. OXY, I really like that one earlier today, and it printed a couple of good bear flag formations on, actually one very good bear flag formation on the pre-market hours today. I really thought that we were gonna have like a quick flush and then probably reversal, but once it opened, it just kind of rolled over right away, got on top of the VWAP, and so right now it has stayed. I see that it's interacting with the VWAP there now, and the 50 on the 5, and I'm talking about OXY. So you might come down under, we're in between the 150 and the VWAP. If it comes down to 50 in the VWAP, might roll right back down to the low of the day around $12.20, 25 cents around there. I can't really see the exact price on the low. I have a 12.32 trend line right there. So you might come down there. Just keep an eye on that. Doji, Macy's getting a bottom. Let's pull it back all the way into 15. Pull it back all the way into 15. See where it has support here. We gotta pull it back on the 15 minutes. Come on now, give me Macy's. Come here, baby. Gotta show me what's going on here. 578. 575 was that support in the 15. I like to look at the longer time frames though, to realize where it might interact with a little bit of support and resistance in another time frame. Not to be blinded by only nickel and diamond things, but to see why the things are interacting here. We can see an inverted hammer here on the 5. Okay, so right now coming right back up, this thing might get that support and come right back up towards the VWAP. Be careful with that. We see a flag on the 5-minute time frame on key going sideways, key going sideways. 5-minute time frame flag, 5-minute time frame flag on key under 1071. CURT has been trading on that range right now. It rejected that VWAP, came under the 50. Just a bunch of, most of the stocks that I haven't had so great of a range. All right, Key and Macy's, I can say today have been kind of decent. APA ramping up, OXY ramping up. That's something I didn't really expect today, honestly. But it is that. I really thought that we were gonna have a quick flush in the morning prior to any type of rollover on OXY. It didn't happen that way though. Didn't happen that way. Somewhat decent trade, I gotta say though, on key reversal. I was able to do something there. Not the biggest trade, but today hasn't been the biggest day either. If you look at the spider though, I have a window that's kind of dedicated to tracking the spider, just to see an idea where the overall market is actually heading. And we watch the news on Bed Bath and Beyond here. I'm looking at this consolidation on the 5. Where's the prior assist? So, okay, wait. 504. $503. We gotta put a trend line here. This is the reason why I like watching longer time frames. 503. Bring it over. BBBY. Bed Bath and Beyond. 15-minute support right here. Back here. Now tap in the same area. I wouldn't try to short this thing though. I wouldn't try to short it. What I will look for will be a probable bounce. Probably a bounce. There's no shares to short. I don't have anything available, to be honest, on Bed Bath and Beyond. Let me take a screenshot to share with the guys in Discord, so you guys can be mindful of the possible bounce that we might end up having on Bed Bath and Beyond, because we are looking at the prior support area on the 15-minute time frame over the last couple of days. So I want to share this idea with you guys. Bed Bath and Beyond. Let me share it. I'm sharing the picture with you guys, Bed Bath and Beyond, right now. Be mindful of that area. BBB, BBBY, 15 minutes support at 10:03. Oh, actually 5:03. 5:03. Possible bounce. What happened, Matt, with CODX? I see that message there. CODX, how's you going today, or what's going on? CODX. Oh yeah, CODX is coming up. You still holding? Let me see. Still holding there, or what's going on? Let me share this thing here. Where's the all right. You saw way back. Got it. TRNX. Oh, please don't tell me that TRNX is a penny stock that we were watching. Oh man, not again. Let me see. Watching how everybody interacts around the 503 Bed Bath and Beyond. There's no shares to short anyway if it gets onto that. Key is coming up to 1071 right now, sitting at 1068. CODX has some consolidation of 1458 here. Is the audio good, guys? Please let me know if the audio is good. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that, Matt. BBBY, BBBY, holding that support 503, 15-minute time frame. Okay, key back to 1071 area of resistance. He tapped the high here of 1070, and he's holding around there. Okay, so we have the second green candle close on the 15-minute time frame on BBBY. This thing might hold it support on the 15 minutes, right? So on top of the 5 minutes, on the 15 minutes, 503. Hold that area of support is holding that support there. All right, got it. You still winning. Okay, 1071. Key back to 1071. Key back to 1071. Rejecting the high at 1071. BBVY coming down to retest the 503. $503. Give me a second, guys. apologize. I apologize. One of my kids was calling me and he needed something, so I had to go. Yeah, BBBY looks a little choppy though on the 1 minute. So right now there's a lot of consolidation in the it's it might hold here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it kind of like in the back burner, and I'm gonna keep it on watch. Where am I going to put you? Okay, key rejected this 1071. It tapped to 1070, and now it's rejecting this the area of the prior high that we have here with this resistance, coming right back down. Hey. Okay. Okay, so these are the areas that we've been dealing with key. It had at inverted cup and handle earlier today. Oh my god, I apologize. Right now, rejecting this thing. We're about half an hour away from midday. The volume gets a little trickier, so you gotta be mindful of that, guys. Trading and holding through midday, it could be a little rocky for those of you that are still holding or are planning to take any positions now. Give me a second, guys.